You know that feeling on the very last day of school? The bell rings and the room is finally quiet and you tell yourself, this is the summer I actually rest. And then somehow it's the second week of July and you're still scrolling through Pinterest for classroom decor at 11 at night. Well, today I want to talk about 3 summer resets that actually stick and the one that almost every teacher skips, so that this teacher summer vacation actually feels like one instead of just a quieter version of the school year. So stick around and let's jump into it. Hey friends, welcome to Enjoy Teaching Again, the podcast for teachers who love the work but need a little spark to bring the joy back. I'm your host, Elizabeth Peterson, classroom teacher, arts integration specialist, and passionate educator of over 25 years. If you're overwhelmed by behaviors, disengaged students, and long, exhausting days, you are not alone. But together, we can turn things around and you can teach with confidence and purpose again. So locate that cold coffee of yours, find your favorite pen, I know you have one, and let's dive in. It's time to get inspired and enjoy teaching again. My friend, I want to personally invite you into the Classroom Reset. This is my reset framework that is designed to help you improve student behavior, increase engagement, and actually enjoy teaching again in just 6 weeks. Inside, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to build a calm and connected classroom, how to really rethink your classroom culture, how to engage your students in so many creative ways, even if you are required to teach using a scripted curriculum. Yes, I have found ways to make it possible, how to reduce behavior issues without losing yourself in the process, and how to truly support your students' social emotional needs in ways that will not pile more on top of what you're already doing. Listen, you do not have to figure this out all by yourself. Let me help you. I have the entire framework already laid out. All you need to do is walk it with me. So if you're ready for calm, for some clarity, if you're actually ready to enjoy your classroom again, I want you to head over to theinspiredclassroom.com/reset and see if this is right for you. I would love to walk this journey with you. Here's the thing about a teacher's summer vacation. We can tend to treat it like it's automatically restful just because school is out. But rest doesn't happen by a default. It happens on purpose. So today I want to give you 3 resets I actually believe in, and one that you may need a little reminder about. And by the end, I want to give you also a simple plan to make sure that at least one of them sticks past the first week of summer. The first reset has to do about your nervous system and resting your nervous system before you take a real hard look at any to-do list you have for yourself this summer. Because if you're like any teacher I know, you've got a list of things you want to accomplish this summer, right? Now, most of us come out of a school year and we're like wired, tired but wired, not relaxed but wired, like our body has been running on alert for 10 months and it doesn't just switch off because the calendar says it's June. For me, I may flop on the couch, but then I could look over at my school bag and then think about all the things that maybe I left undone at school. Right? Every year, I think I'm going to reorganize my things and put things in just the right place so that I can start in the fall in a perfect, organized, wonderful way. But at the very end of the school day, that last school day, I usually end up shoving the last of it inside of all the cubbies and boxes. And then at some point during my vacation, I start thinking about all the things I need to do when I go back to school. Maybe that's happened to you. You know, you sit down on the couch on one day in the summer, finally ready to relax, and then your brain immediately starts just like making a school list. Lessons that you want to try or lessons that you want to improve. that closet that you've been meaning to organize, the bulletin board that's kind of been bothering you since March. And this isn't laziness kind of catching up to you. That's your nervous system that's still running, like it's been running all year. You scan for the next thing. You're trying to stay one step ahead, and you don't fully relax because you think that something might need your attention. And if you jump straight into productive summer mode before your body is caught up, you're going to feel busy but never actually rested. So I want you to give yourself permission to do nothing for a couple of weeks. I call this the 2-week rule inside summer. In fact, I talk a lot about this in episode 140. It's called Exhausted After Teaching All Year: How to Land Softly into Summer Without the Burnout. And it will give you some great tips on how to really just slide into summer in a nice way. The second type of summer reset is having you reset with a plan and not just a wish. This one connects to something that I think about constantly, my reset framework. Wishing for a better year next year doesn't change anything, right? Hoping that you get a good class doesn't really change anything, but a plan does. I see this every June. Teachers are saying things like, I just hope next year is calmer or better, or I hope my class is easier. Or maybe you're actually already bracing yourself because you've heard the teachers talk about the kids that are coming up to you. Well, hope and bracing, those feelings, they're not going to help you and they're not going to change a classroom. A plan, however, will help you. And this summer, instead of just hoping things feel different in the fall, pick one small piece of your classroom to actually reset on purpose. Maybe it's how you handle transitions. Maybe it's your morning routine before you even get to school. Maybe it's that first 5 minutes of your school day before a single kid even feels frustrated yet. Just one thing. You don't need a total overhaul. You don't need to redo your whole behavior system or rebuild every lesson from scratch. You just need one decision made now while you have a little bit more of that headspace and the distance before the fall to make it happen. Not in August when you're scrambling with 12 other things competing for your attention. And if you want some company while you're making that plan, I'd love for you to join me this summer. I'm hosting my Classroom Reset Challenge this July 21st through the 23rd. It's 3 days, 1 hour each day, and it's completely free. We're going to work on improving student behaviors. We're going to work on how to eliminate teacher burnout and create that classroom that you actually love going into without overhauling everything you already teach. We don't need to start from scratch. We don't need extra work. We just need those small intentional tweaks and a good plan to get yourself there. And I'm including some PD hours for this work that you'll be doing. And if you can't make it live, no problem, because replays are going to go out after each session, so you can watch it whenever it's convenient for you. So I want you to grab your spot at theinspiredclassroom.com/challenge. I'd love to have you there. Now, summer reset number 3 is about your relationship with your phone. Listen, your phone is taking time away from you. It's also taking rest away from you. And maybe it's even causing you some anxiety and unrest. Think about it for a moment. Be honest with yourself. I know I have to do this with myself a lot. And sometimes it's the one we don't want to face and nobody wants to hear. But summer vacation for you isn't really a vacation if you're doom scrolling through Facebook and checking out what other people are doing while you're sitting on a couch trying to relax. It's not checking your school email just to see what might be going on. I remember a few years ago on summer break, I had my email back on my phone, which usually I take it off completely, even during the school year. But I was waiting to hear back from my principal, and I knew that she was going to be emailing me. So I had email on my phone so that I could get the message that I was hoping for from her whenever it came in. Well, I remember distinctly, I was at the zoo in York, Maine, with my kids, and we had some other family members with us as well. It was a big group of us, which was really, really fun. And an email came in, and we were actually at one of the places that we just absolutely love to be in that York Zoo, heading towards the little bobcat that we love seeing. And the email came in, and I instinctively took out my phone and looked and saw a crazy email from a parent. I mean, crazy email from a parent. It was so alarming, and it sent like shockwaves through my whole entire body. And I thought to myself, why did I even open this? Oh my gosh, I can't deal with this right now. I can't read this right now. I'm getting upset. I should be enjoying my family and this sunshine. And oh my goodness, it just totally threw off my entire day. And even when you're just checking email, right? Think about what actually happens when you check that email just to see what might be going on. Even if there's nothing urgent, your brain doesn't know that until after you've already opened it. And for those few seconds before you read the emails, maybe your body like braces, right? Just wondering, what am I going to find when I open up my email? That's not rest. That's a little stress that you're voluntarily running on yourself. And if you're the person who keeps school email and you always check it, that could be happening to you a dozen times a day all summer long. So I want to encourage you to pick a boundary. Pick a small boundary. Email is off your home screen in your phone. Maybe the teacher group chats kind of stress you out, and so you need to actually silence them. It's okay. You can silence them. It's okay. Whatever it is that you need to do, your nervous system needs the break from your phone, because your phone keeps interrupting your rest. And it can't tell the difference between an actual emergency and you just checking your phone out of habit. Your nervous system's going to react no matter what. So here's what I do, and I encourage you to do the same. Maybe you already have this established for yourself, especially during the summer, but it's to set aside some time that you are going to check your email. Maybe it's on a specific night each week. Maybe it's at a certain time in your day, or maybe it's just once a week or even once a month. I encourage you to go into your email settings if you haven't already and make an automatic response, so that when people do email you, you can have a response that tells them that you are only checking your email once a week or once a month. Or if you really want to do this, you could even say, I'm not going to check email until, and then set a date a week before school starts. So those are my 3 reset tips for you. Resetting your nervous system, and you can do that by implementing the 2-week rule. And again, if you want more details about that, go check out episode 140. Reset tip number 2, reset with a plan and not just a wish for next year. And if you're ready to make a plan for next year, go ahead and sign up now for the Reset Challenge, which is happening July 21st through the 23rd. You can go to theinspiredclassroom.com/challenge to register for that. It's totally free. And then reset tip number 3 is to reset your relationship with your phone, and in particular, school email and school-related things that might be coming through your home phone. And now for tip number 4, and here's the one that I think almost every teacher skips or doesn't really think about. We reset our classrooms, we can reset our routines, But almost nobody resets the belief that's been running quietly in the background all year. It's that thought that if I'm not constantly doing something productive, I'm falling behind. Now, let me ask you something. Think about this. Do farmers expect a field to produce during the wintertime? No. They let it rest, they rotate the soil, they let it lie, because they know that rest is part of what makes the next harvest possible. A field that never rests eventually stops producing altogether. How about your body? Does your body build muscle during the workout or during the recovery after it? It's the recovery, right? The actual tearing down and rebuilding happens while you sleep. The rest is the work. Even your phone won't let you skip this, right? It needs to power down and recharge or it stops functioning the way that it's supposed to. We accept that completely for our phone. We somehow think that maybe we're the exception. So why do we treat our own rest like it's the thing standing between us and being productive, when every other system that we trust and we rely on tells us that rest is the productive part? When you understand growth, you don't skip rest to get more done. You build rest in, and you do it on purpose because that's where the real progress is going to happen. We are in a profession that gives us built-in rest time. It's such a blessing. Teacher summer vacation isn't just time off from getting better at this job. This is how you can get better at this job. Really let that sink in for a moment, because you know deep down inside that is the truth. It's the rest that's going to actually make your productivity better later on. So here's a couple of things I want you to really try and do, okay? Step 1, I want you to name your wired spot. I want you to notice in your body where you're carrying the school year still. Is it in your shoulders, your jaw, your stomach? Just name it and then try and relax it. Take some deep breaths. I'll take one with you right now. And hold it and let it out gently and relax where it is that you're holding some of that stress that you may still be thinking about your school year. Step 2 is to pick one piece, not everything, but during your summer vacation, I want you to think about and just pick one thing in your classroom that you actually want to reset starting in this summer. Just one. Maybe it's your personal morning routine. Maybe it's how you start your school day every day. Maybe it's how you actually embrace and greet your students in the morning. Maybe it's how you give yourself an actual lunch break. And then step 3, set one small boundary that you're going to establish, and then tell somebody. Write it down. Tell your spouse or your partner. Tell your friend. Tell your teacher buddy. Pick that one boundary. Maybe it's with your phone. Maybe it's with email. And say it out loud so that it actually sticks. Or you could even write it down in your planner or write it down on a Post-it note and stick it on the refrigerator. Name it. Pick it, say it out loud, put it down so that you can see it. Now, I really hope that this gave you a little bit of a different way to think about your teacher summer vacation, because I really think that most of us have been resting without ever actually resting. And don't forget, I'd love to see you at my Classroom Reset Challenge. It's happening July 21st through the 23rd. The link is in the show notes, or you can go directly right now to theinspiredclassroom.com/challenge. It's a free challenge for you to really think about how you can reset your classroom so that you are improving student behavior and eliminating teacher burnout. I hope to see you there. I hope this episode inspired you, encouraged you, or gave you a fresh idea to try. And if so, I would love for you to take a screenshot and text it to one of your teaching buddies. I'm so grateful that you landed here with me today, and it would mean the world to me if you would leave me a review over on Apple Podcast. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll catch you on the next episode. This is Elizabeth Peterson reminding you to get inspired so you can be inspiring to your students and enjoy teaching again.